is Nomsa here at Nkosi Talk Shows. Find your own voice lead from within. If it is your first time here at Nkosi Talk Shows, guys, my name is Nomsa. Um, I'm a love harmonist. I help my audience find their own voice and lead from within. I am also the CEO at Hope Spring Maternal Introduction Agency and the founder of Kosi Talk Shows. So if you are here, you are in the right place. So the topic today is from bargaining to bonding, building a lasting relationship exchanges. So many couple get stuck in bargaining, trading favor, trading points, and negotiating for closeness. When what they truly want is bonding, what they truly want is bonding. Trust, they want bonding, they want trust, they want warm, and the sense that we are on the same team. They want to feel that they are connected to their spouse and they are on the same page. So today's guide is going to give you a clear practical roadmap to move from transactional patterns to durable partnership that you can build on shared purpose, honest communications, and daily macro acts of love. So I'm going to share with you that journey, and you can pick up the ones that you need, or you can just sit back and listen. So number one, you have to name the pattern like bargaining versus bonding. You have to understand that. Identify like tit for tat exchange. And I did, so you owe me. Some people, they do something and then they'll think their spouse owes them something. Naming it reduces its power. So try this when you catch scorekeeping, like when you find yourself keeping scores. Just you can tell yourself, I'm noticing a bargaining loop. Can we try a bonding move instead? That is important. If you try a bonding move, just bond with your spouse instead of trying to keep a score. But most people in a relationship, they keep a score. I did this for you. You owe me this. Write a share purpose. Number two, write a share purpose statement. Couples thrive when they know why they are together beyond day-to-day tasks. So that is really, really important. When you know that why you are together with someone, so you can try to, like, in one paragraph, you can try to write like our relationship exists to, maybe we want to be kind, of partners who, so you can have clarity in that one. Number three, clarify values and non-negotiables. Misaligned values can cause friction. So each list, like when you write your top values, have to involve faith. Top five, you have to involve honest, have to involve growth. You both share a place where you feel connected to your spouse. So your shared values are really, really, really important. Like share faith, when you're sharing faith is really, really important. And also at the same time, guys, I think one was a Tuesday, we were talking about the when people date someone, they want to date someone that shares similar things, that they share like a similar interest in things like that. So sometimes the relationship gets boring when you date someone who you have interest in everything. Um, Sometimes the things have to be different. Like myself, I like football. I used to be a football player. So I can date someone who accepts me for who I am. And I can date someone who has different interest. I'm a Christian. Obviously, I will need someone who accepts God. So I wouldn't date a guy that does not love God, that says, I don't believe in God. So why would I date that person? Because that person means that they are atheist. Um, so when you date someone, there are people who are not Christians. I've known lots of friends who are married to guys who are not Christians. They're Christian, but those guys, they love God. They're like, when you pray, please do pray for me. They don't say things about it like, uh, is it blasphemy? Yeah, like saying bad things about God, because it is a sin to insult God, to say God does not exist. It is a sin. So those kind of things, faith is really, really important. What are the other things that are honestly is really, really important when you date someone um who is truly, truly honest? Um, that's important. And growth. When you date someone who you grow together with that person. Because what we want in a relationship is to grow. We don't want to have a relationship that drains you. That that person, they actually they drain you, and they don't want to be like, they don't want you to grow. They tell you that you can't do this, you can't do that. So the reason why we both together is to help each other to grow. And when we do grow, we become something greater. So that is important. So growth is important in a relationship. Really, really, truly important. Even when you're selecting spouse, when you're dating them with them in that moment, the red flags, if the red flags that person is controlling, you just have to make sure that um maybe you make a decision about that relationship if that person is controlling. Because there are signs that when you begin to date someone, you can see maybe they tell you what to wear or not to wear, or they tell you, like, when they try to get a hold of you, they get agitated because you were not on the phone at that moment when they needed you. So all these things are truly, truly important to make sure that when you do meet someone, you grow together, you be with someone that you grow together, someone that respects you, someone that uh, help you to become who you want to become, someone that brings the best in you. So that is important. And like I said, clarify values and non-negotiable. So you can cycle this and say, like both share and place them where you will see them. So you can write your values and put them where you can see them and where you can revisit them. But remember, people change all the time. Like myself, who I was maybe 10 years ago, I'm still the same person, but I've grown. I've really, really grown. So those things are truly, truly important. To actually understand that people evolved, like not to stay in that place. When you meet someone, a year later they grow. They don't stay in the same level, because when you are bringing the best out of your husband, the best out of your wife, they become greater than they were when you met them. So try to actually embrace that greatness, that growthness. Try to work with it and have a relationship with it. So, which is important, like to write those values, like the shared values that you have with your spouse, so you can revisit them and when things change and you can go back and laugh about it. So, those are really, really important things that distinguish needs from strategy. A need is an universal, but the rest respect. A strategy is one way to meet it. So when like you can try this to phrase it, like you can say, my need is, one strategy could be, what else might work? So could be your own sentence you write, like when you think about your needs, when you think about the strategy, what strategy could be in that needs, what else might work. So try to get creative in a relationship and um map your attachment tendencies. Be aware of your comfort with closeness. Space reduces reactive cycle. So try this. What soothes you when you're stressed? Is it a hug first, then talk, or space first, then check in? There are some people, like when they come from work, they're really, really stressed. So when they come in, sometimes they want to take off their clothes, they want to change, or sometimes they just go straight to the shower, they have a shower, or sometimes they just want to have a hug when they come into the house, have a kiss, and just things like that. Try to evaluate your spouse, how he is, how she is, um, and then uh, create that space, check in with them, and then check in. So you need to have your own strategy, your own shit, what soothes you, that you understand whether when I get home, do I get a hug first, or do I just go to the toilet first, or do we get a hug first, then talk, or space first, or then check in? So people are different. As long as you don't compare your relationship with anyone, create a safe rule for tough moments. No contempt or no like threats, no stonewalling. Safety accelerates bonding. That is really, really important. Agree on pause ritual, signal, and return time. Let's pause for 20 minutes if you're having an argument, or just do anything to just make sure. Track your emotional bank account. Your emotional bank account is where we bank money into our own account, right? So you know your emotional bank account, what you want to deposit in that bank account. Do you want to deposit coins? Do you want to deposit something positive? Something that, like notes, like to say, I just want to put good notes in my bank account to make it really, really strong, and um, the foundation, to make the foundation strong. So you get to decide what you want to do when it comes to relationship. And you can track your emotional by depositing kindness, reliability, or maybe versus withdrawal, criticism, broken promises. So you get to decide what you want to do each evening. Name, come, like deposit whatever you want. Um, Maybe it could be appreciating your spouse. So you get to decide, and communicating that connects. That's number 8. Replace scorekeeping with story keeping. I think I did a similar video last week or 2 weeks ago. So replace um storekeeping, like you've never do this, you don't do this, you don't do that. Tell a story instead. Tell a story. So here's the story, like thread you always, maybe thread you always for, here's the story I'm telling myself. Use the curiosity loop. The story I'm telling myself is what's true for you. What is true for you? Nomsa doesn't know what is true for you. So practice reflective listening is important. Mirror reduces defensiveness and builds trust. Everything, it builds trust when you actually uh, summarize what you had, when you're saying, did I get that? Only then share your view. Don't judge. Make clean requests. That's number 10. Vague wishes invite disappointment. So you can ask, maybe say, would you be willing to? That's a specific action. Buy because needs it meet. Time frame now. Because would you be willing to do this? Five, you're giving them time frame. Why? Because so your needs, the needs are met. Just be straightforward. Use boundary as bridges. Boundaries protect connection. They are not punishment. Every relationship has to have its own boundaries. To stay connected, you can try this. To stay connected, I will and I won't. If triggered, I will take a minute and return by. So you see, it works. Schedule conflict, don't ambush. Timing matters. Everything, like if there's something you don't, you in a relationship with that, so don't ambush someone. Try to actually resolve conflict properly with that person. That's truly, truly important. That is really, really, really important. When you try, I need to share the video, guys. So I'm gonna have to, if you can forgive me, I'm gonna have to go to my profile and share the video. Share the video. It would only take me 1 second. So yeah, those are kind of important when you schedule conflict with your spouse. Don't ambush them. Create a weekly 45 minutes repair and plan meeting with agenda appreciations, or if it's appreciations or if there's issues in a relationship, just deal with them. That is really, really important. Hold two truth at once, meaning both the perceptions can be valid. When we say hold two truth at once, start with from side I feel, I imagine, from your side it feels. Wow, what would meet both needs 60%? So make sure that you guys agree on that, not ambushing each other. That is important. Let me share this. Let me copy this, guys, and share it. As you know, Facebook does not accept broadcasting direct on the groups. You have to learn each other's apology language. Use all three when needed. I'm sorry for this specific. Be the first person, guys, to say sorry in a relationship. That's important. It impacted you by. Here's how I will repair. and just leave it there. In that way, it means you're building a positive buffer. Aim for multiple positive interactions for each negative one. Make a tiny deposit, a tax or a touch, a thank you or a smile, a small favor. So those are the things that you can do, from negotiations to collaboration. Core, define the problem. If there is a problem, define it. Solve the right issue, not the loudest one. Solve it. Write one joint problem statement. How might be? See that both and are met. Expand the options before choosing. Don't marry the first idea. You can brainstorm 10 ways to meet your spouse's needs, no judging until you have at least 10. And map high value, low cost trade. Give what's easy for you and meaningful to them. Um, I remember I wanted to do something for my mom. So when I'm saying you do what's meaningful for them, mom, so I wanted to do something for my mom, and this thing that I wanted to do, because my sister said, my mom, she's like, we've never given her a nice gift. So I said to her, what can we do? What can we do to make her happy? And because she always talk about something, so I thought I would do that for her. And that something was very, very expensive. So I was gonna get it in my mind. I thought it will make her happy. So one of my pastors at church, he was praying. So he said to me, don't buy it that. So I was like, what do you mean? And he was, I was like, she'll love it. And I was like, no, there's something personal to her that is meaningful to her, that she truly, truly likes to have. And that thing, it makes her happy. And I didn't know what was that thing. And then I asked my sister to really investigate. And then the guy told us what we need to get for her. And because wasn't expensive, but to her, it had a meaning. She really, really, she was happy. She was happy because to her, it had a meaning. So I'm sharing this with you guys because sometimes we think of the cost of when we want to buy something for someone, if it cost this much, that means that person is gonna see that we spend so much money and they are going to like it, they're gonna love it. And sometimes it's not the case. So in a relationship, it's like that. Do something to someone you love, something that is meaningful to their lives, something that they will love. And also number 19, replace win-lose with win-learn. If an experiment fails you, gain the idea out of it. It's like if you fail when you're doing something, gain something out of it by learning. Everything that we do is learning. Like when Amanda was talking about the Bob guy, he actually, before he can make it work, I think it was like 10,000 times. So it was like 10,000 times. If I was to do something 10,000 times, I don't think I would be wanting to really carry on with it. But this is the guy who created something like when we sleep, or when whatever we do, there's light and there is darkness. So he created light with God. God gave him a gift to create the light, the bulb, the light for us. So when it's dark, we can have light. So he created there's darkness in the night. So God used him to create the light for us. So that is amazing. So something like that. Relationship is not all about winning. It's about learning. We have to learn from our mistakes. Run 2 weeks micro experience. Short pilots de-risk change. For 2 weeks, we'll try to measure by and decide on 14 days. So choose a decision rule. That's number 13. Not everybody needs consensus. Sometimes consent is enough. For law, like stakes, use consent, no strong objections. For high stakes, use consent, consensus. That's important. Document agreement likely. Memory is like clarity is bonding. So it's nice to have a notebook where you can record things, share your notes, the agreement with days, reviews, weekly, just write everything down. We were talking to Pastor Henry yesterday, and he was asking us to have notebooks where we write things when we have a vision from God, to write that vision. So he gave us a homework. So when you do have, he was like, do you guys have your notebooks? He was like, no, we don't. He was like, get your notebooks. When God gives you a vision, you write it down. So me, I write things down, but at the same time, the Holy Spirit will always remind me. Anything that is important will always remind me. But writing things down is important, really, really important. So those things are really, really important. Hold monthly retrospectives. Reflection, maintain momentum. Reflect, celebrate, like once a month, celebrate your win, update agreement, pick one improvement for your next one. That's really, really important. Guys, my children, they always do well. Do you know why they do well? Because what I always do is I when they achieve something, I'll celebrate. We always celebrate the achievement. But that celebration, it comes with a gift, which I, I always lose. Like, because they'll work hard for them to celebrate. So the next month they can celebrate. And I just remembered my daughter needs to celebrate her achievement. So in relationship is like that, guys. Celebrate achievement because life is a gift. We intend to put scores, like scoring what you did, what you didn't do, but life is too short, guys. Very, very, very short. That gratitude, that moment, the 1 minute that your husband spends with you, the 1 minute that your wife spends with you is a blessing. Is a blessing. When lockdown it was going on the news, they mentioned that the abuse in homes has grown up. So when the abuse has risen, but for me, I couldn't understand. I was like, this is pandemic. That is actually wiping people out. So if my husband was at home And each and every single day, I see them, they are alive. I'll be grateful. There will be no time, guys, for abuse. There will be no time for me. There will be no time to say, you know what, he is annoying me. I will go and find another room where I hang out. But that gratitude is important to have the life, to have your husband, to have your wife is important. So try each month to have the times where you celebrate. Um, your that's important, and also create daily macro ritual. T- Tiny consistent act grand gestures. So build a shame, meaning like when we talk about the rituals, for me is prayer. I just like to spend time with God. There are times where I spend time with my family, but then the times where I need to spend time with God. So bonding and shared identity is important. They create a daily micro ritual and evening, mornings, like myself in the morning. I can't go on my social media or on my phone. I cannot touch my phone in the morning. Um, I have to not touch my phone. I do touch my phone, obviously, when the alarm goes off. But I can't go and really receive phone calls or start texting someone without going into prayer because I need to program my day. I need to program my day, how I want my day to look like. Even when I'm faced with challenges, I got to prepare my day and I got to ask the hand of God to go before me, go to my children in school, and I've got to ask the hand of God to protect me as I go to work because anything can happen. And I got to ask God to protect my family, my children's family, and all those things that are important in life. So I do that, all those things before I step out, before I go to work. So that's me. So what is your ritual? What is your ritual? What keeps you going? How do you protect yourself? So those things that in a relationship you need to uh, actually create that daily macro ritual. Build a shared meaning map. A relationship has to have a meaning, guys. Tiny, consistent, like tradition symbols, and the inside jokes strengthen us. It can strengthen a relationship where there's a shared meaning. Start one weekly ritual, dance in the kitchen, being grateful to God. You know, guys, I dance in the kitchen. That's time where I appreciate God. Practice the precise admiration, admire your spouse, praise them. Generally, just praise them. When you praise somebody, they feel good. Let it stick. Specific praise, but general praise, it fades away. It has no meaning. So just first and let them feel. If you feel that they're very kind, you feel that my spouse, you're so kind, you're so beautiful, you look after our children. Just have these things that you say, and mostly men, they go to work because sometimes a woman, I'm happy nowadays, like sometimes when I go to school, I see full-time dads. They decided to leave work and look after their kids. So those kind of things are really, really important. If let's say if a man is a full-time dad, you can be grateful and say, you know what, I'm so grateful that you're there looking after our children and managing our home. If a woman looks after the children, you can say, I'm so grateful for being a super mom, looking after the kids, super daddy, managing home and looking after our children. And the daddy, if the daddy goes to work and just say, you know what, I feel so blessed to have you being part of our lives and being able to keep this family going. That those beautiful little things that people take for granted. Just give someone that praise them. That's really, really important when you praise someone. It makes them, we don't have to do it, but when you praise someone, God loves it um, when you praise his child, you boost their confidence. But at the same time, it'd be okay when the person you're dating, they are selfish, they are not grateful, be okay with it. Don't um, like be hard. Don't be too hard on yourself and say he doesn't appreciate it or she doesn't appreciate what I do. She never says thank you. Some people, they're built that way. They were never raised um, to acknowledge the gratitude. Like my children, if you go home, if I go to Africa, my children is always pleasant, thank you. Here in the UK is always pleasant, thank you. And people notice it as well. Even myself, I've always said thank you to people, please, thank you. Because that politeness is really, really important. So yeah, that's really, really important. Practice precise, like, we are on number 27. Translate love language into calendared actions. Um, Intent without a structure fizzles. So have a structure, like each choose 2 weeks action aligned to their top love language. What's their love language? You put them on the calendar, what you're going to do for them, understanding their love language, and spending time with that person as well is important. Invest in novelty and play. Play bonds bring. Create an adventure. Each rides like paid, draw one every 2 weeks, and all these things bake each other's individual dreams. We all have dreams, guys, in life. Your partner's dream is your shared story. I once, when Satan was torturing me, as I said, guys, I'm never gonna stop sharing my story. When Satan was sharing me, he wanted me to feel that I was better than my spouse. And I said to Satan, no, I'm not better than my spouse, because our journey is not a competition. Our journey is a shared dreams. My success is my spouse's success. My spouse's success is my success. This is where, when we stand by each other, this is when we look at life and say, honey, we've done this. We did it. We did it. And we celebrate. But he wanted me to feel that I was better than him. But I said, no, Satan, I'm not better than him. My story, to be able for me to create that story, he's in it. He helps me to write the story that I'm writing. He helps me to become the woman that I become. I will not, if you are married to someone, why would you feel that you're better than them? I might have whatever I have, but that does not mean that I am better than them. Guys, you see me celebrating my degree and things like that. That did not come out without my family. Is the celebration, is my family story, my children's contribution for allowing me to study. And everybody that is involved, allowing me to take that time to be. So that's what a relationship should be. It shouldn't be, I earn more than you, I'm better than you. Why dating somebody if you feel that this person is that you're better than them? It's the story, it's a shared story. When a husband gets promotion at work, it means at home They've got shared dreams. The woman at home, he tells him, honey, try to apply for this. They both feel like it's like they're supporting each other. So when the husband gets promoted or he gets rise, they both celebrate each other because it's the story that is written for two people, not by one people. But the people intended to compete. But then the relationship doesn't work because it's a competition. When you compete with your spouse, it doesn't work. So have that in mind, that a relationship is meant to thrive through shared stories. Honey, we're going to write our story. But if our story does not go according to plan, we are going to be okay because we can rewrite it. So that is a story you choose. I always say to people, what the choices that we make today, they will determine how our tomorrow is going to look like. Relationship is like that. The choices that you make, who you marry, it will determine who you become tomorrow. Why? If you marry a man without a vision, what will happen? If you marry a woman without a vision, what would happen? So the how you write your story, who you choose to marry, who you choose to hang out with, is the foundation, is how your foundation is going to look like for tomorrow. Guys, you've had me, I don't go to feeling sorry club. I don't go for coffee for feeling sorry club. The coffees that I go to when we are brainstorming, we could be brainstorming holidays. Where can we go on holiday? We could be brainstorming studying. We could be doing that. We could be brainstorming how we can help our children to become the best, to bring the best out of them. So we could be brainstorming that, brainstorming business. I don't go to coffees where we sit down, we gossip, we talk about our spouse, how awful they are, how no good they are. We talk about family, how awful, how good they are, how amazing they are. I don't do those kind of coffees. My foundation is very, very simple. Where my foundation is, God knows my needs, my want. So every friend that I have, they contributed to my success. Every friend that I have. Every friend that I have, I contribute to their success. Let's say if I'm stuck with something, I can pick up the phone and brainstorm with that friend. But if I have a friend who is not like that, they wouldn't be able to help me. So those things, like when you see me celebrate, my story is with the friends, is with people around me. My family, my children, my friend. When you see me celebrate, it means my story, they contribute to my success. My friends, they have contributed to my success. My family have contributed to my success, but not with the psychology, guys. With my psychology studying, nobody understands it apart from one person that it's like when I get stuck, I'll just talk to them. They will understand. Some they're like, Nomsa, we don't really understand what you're talking about because they involve so many things, researching and stuff, and having to. It's more the brain. So sometimes they don't understand it, but which is a shame. But any language that they understand it, they're there to help. So the success, guys, is not just one person. It means that the person that um, your husband, they succeed because they have a good woman standing by them, a good woman who knows when you're going through struggles, who knows how to take it to God and pray, or just support and say, honey, I'm here for you if you need anything. That's what a human being needs, that I'm here for you. If you need me or if you want me, some people seems to think they have to do this, they have to do that. Is those the simple things that when you show to a human beings that we take for granted? When you show somebody that I'm here for you, honey, when you need me, I may not understand the language that you're speaking, but I'm here for you. So those little things that people take for granted, they matter, and they would determine how your tomorrow, that person, their tomorrow will look like in a long run. The voices that we hear each and every single day. That's why for me, I don't have many friends. I had to completely clear my phone and just walk. I had to leave some people behind because the language that we were speaking, we didn't speak the same language. I have two children, but it does not define me becoming who God created me to be. So all those kind of things for me is having friends, having a husband that supports me. They don't have to understand my anything. I have a brother, Unisa. He understands me. Whenever he sees a course, he'll send it to me. Like, have a look at this one. Or wherever he sees something, or a job, actually, like acting jobs and the extras, he'll send it to me. He knows that Nomsa would take that opportunity. So you need that a husband that will support you. A woman, you need a wife that will bring the best. As a man, a man is an architect. A woman, she's a mentor. The reason why we call a man an architect, a man brings the vision. He communicates his vision. And the woman then it creates, it makes that vision come to reality. So if a man is an architect, he comes to his woman and say, honey, this is the dreams, this is what I think we could be. And the woman says, oh, shut up, you. I don't think you're capable of doing that. I don't think you can do that. So you see, that vision is being told you to shut up. That vision is cannot succeed. So what is important is as a man and a woman, when a man comes to you, an architect comes to you, they have this the planning and everything. Now this is where the woman makes that vision come to reality. And that's what makes a relationship work. It's when two people they work together as one. It's not easy, guys. Really not easy. But that's why nowadays the relationship don't work because we try to control a human being. But imagine that human being that we are trying to control is a being, not an object, a being. So when that being is being told, no, you can't be this, it gets so frustrated. It might not communicate that frustration there and there, but later on, that's when the relationship don't work. Because why? Because that being is being told it cannot be who you want to be, that human being. So it's important to truly support each other. Husband and wife support each other, support your children. Like I am where I am today because somebody stepped to support my life, to support and take my life to the next level. We all, every step that we take, somebody took us there. You see me graduating, somebody took me there. Somebody took me there to actually understand that I can be who I want to be. So somebody took me there just by saying positive words. They don't have to be like doing big things. It's like positive words, the words they speak to you, and the gratitude that they have for you. I have people around me that always say positive things, and those positive things, they take my life to the next level. Because when someone acknowledges you, the person that you are becoming, and then you are like, you're so grateful and you want to do more. So when you are in a relationship with someone and you acknowledge how how much the gratitude you have for them being part of your life. So you want to, every morning you want to wake up with that person because they see who you are. It's like, I got gratitude for this person. I'm so grateful that God put me in this path with this person. So that gratitude is really, really important, guys. And curate community and mentors. I have mentors. When you back someone's dreams, have mentors in the community and legacy, create legacy together and master the 4 steps how you can repair your relationship, renew your vows, vision annually. That is really, really important. Um, so understand each other's vision, revisit them every now and then. That's important. Um, it's very, very important to revisit your goals and everything with your spouse, because in that way you can have a look at what are the things that are working, what is working, what isn't working, and things like that. And without judging somebody, guys, we're not judging anybody. um so we have to uh whatever we create, it has to be created with grace, and it has to be created with respect, and and all those things. I like sharing with this, the the alignment. Everything has to align together. And when everything is aligned, it goes smooth and things like that. So, guys, if you are watching Nkosi Talk Shows from any part of social media, please do subscribe to our channel on YouTube and share our videos. And if you're watching from Facebook, we have 2 groups, Nkosi Talk Shows and Unique Billionaire Mindset. Please do join those 2 groups and be part of the family. And may God bless you and keep you safe. Live with grace, everyone, and stay blessed. Don't forget to go to the website as well. And if you want coaching, please do sign up for coaching. And if you want, find your own voice, lead from within to find love, you can sign on a different page. God bless. And I'll speak to you soon. I'll see you guys tomorrow, guys.